I think that, I mean, for me, always been curiosity, just being curious about how, initially was like how things work.
Okay.
Just being curious about like, how does it work and why it didn't work the way it should have worked.
Okay.
And what can I do to help there? So that's usually how it started. As a support person, you usually face with a lot of things that are broken and things that people's problems. So initially it was around like, why?
Okay.
Like, why is this happening? Why are we getting so many tickets around like specific area? So I found out that at some point it was related to like the scoping was wrong or the implementation wasn't done properly. So I really wanted to fix that,
okay.
Which I gave recommendations, but it only had some sort of impact, which is why I decided to like take it upon myself to try to do that job and move up from there. Like,
what job is that?
Was a technical project manager.
Okay.
Then just to do that, to be able to work on those projects and fix the thing. Is everyone okay?
We have a lot of stuff in this office.
Yes.
So it was more around trying to fix the issue at the root of the cause.
Okay.
And over time, it was just being curious about like how our product worked, so I can actually explain it to the technical people that I was talking to, and also to put it in layman's terms for the technical people. So I was always trying to find out what else I could do, just being curious about how we do things. And also on the other side, like finding out like what are the customers doing?
Okay.
Why are they doing what they're doing? And what are they trying to achieve as a person or as a team lead or whatever role they had in their company. I just trying to find out more and more.
Very good. And then how do you, like when you're looking for customer success managers, you're hiring, how do you test for curiosity? It's not the easiest thing to find.
So I usually ask them if, how do they go about finding out things in general? One of the things that I look for is like, if they tell me that ask questions and they're not shy about it, that's a good sign.
Okay.
Like being able to raise your hand and being said that I don't know, but I actually want to know, and finding out information. As a success manager, I think a lot of times we're faced with things that we don't know. And it's important to realize that and say like, I might not know the answer, but I'm going to go get it for you. Right. So it's really important for us to have that self-awareness of that, what we can do and cannot do. But at the end of the day, it's, if you really want to help your customer, you're going to go and find it, whichever way you can.
I agree. I had one back when I was at Eloqua, and his chief revenue officer, and he pulled us in, he kind of huddled us together, and he's like, guys, I have a secret for you. He's like, sales is always going to oversell, and I hope our engineering team's not here. And that the product is always going to have bugs, and the customer success team is the one that's going to have to kind of take that duct tape and glue it all together and make things okay. And the curiosity is part of that. So that's really interesting. So Malicia, for you, like, what's your superpower? What are the things that you maybe impart on your team?
I think my superpower is the ability to negotiate via words.
Okay.
I have a pretty strong writing background, and I've been able to utilize that at Bitly to shift conversations and allow customers to think beyond what they may have in front of them.
Okay.
And educating them and informing them so that, whatever decision they decide to make is fully informed, whether that means they stay with Bitly or not.
Do you have a go-to tactic that you use, like a question that you ask where maybe you're in an impasse, or maybe the client's like, yeah, I'm not that interested, or something like that?
Well, so there's different scenarios. There's, whether or not they want to renew, or whether or not they're going with, a competitor, and competitors in that space are yellow shorteners, which we don't really compare ourselves to. And, it really just depends. But what I always go back to is, how do I sincerely get my message across without being condescending and being disrespectful? Because at the end of the day, these are human beings. And I always keep that in mind. So firmly and confidently getting that message across, and without, making anyone feel like you're, speaking down to them, I think is not easy to do and takes time, but it's, I found, worth it. We don't always get the outcome that we want, but most of the time we will. And when we don't, we still walk out that, with everyone on the same page, and, it's amicable, and, we could always work together in the future.
Cool. And Sam, like, what's your superpower?
I was gonna say curious, but I'm gonna change my answer.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, and this is actually something that I've developed a little bit later on in my career. Well, it hasn't been that long in success, but it's something that I've really learned, I would say, in the past like 2 years. And it's really taking like a trusted advisor approach to my work. I'm sure a lot of you in this room work with clients, and they can be really demanding. And there can be a phone call that you can leave and you're like, wow, I just feel like I got hit with a hammer. And so I think that like I always try to approach my work, and the way I work either with my team or with clients is, you know, we're here to work together. This is a partnership. I know this product in and out. I know the industry just as much as you know the industry. And we're here to talk about how my product and our service and what we're doing is going to actually drive your business. So I think that that's something that I'm still trying to develop and learn. And it involves a lot of curiosity and asking the right questions and not being afraid to challenge, you know, your clients a little bit and really get to the root of what they're asking for. So yeah, that trusted advisor mentality.
Cool. I mean, there's definitely a theme here. Like the idea of curiosity, where you're learning more about the customer, you're learning about how they're using the product. By doing that and then sharing that with the client, that's building trust. That's where you're building that trusted advisor. And I think, you know, Sam, what you were saying, similar to what Malicia was saying with negotiating, it's all about challenging. Like, I think there's a misnomer where customer success is about customer happiness. It's not necessarily about making the customer happy. Like, you're going to have some tough conversations. It happens all the time. You know, there might be customers, they're just not the right fit for you guys.